Are we live?
Hello.
Are we live? Please let us know if the sound is fine, if the video is fine.
Can you hear the guitar? Зачем, скажите, вам чужая Аргентина? Вот вам история Каховского равина. It's just a test. Как он жил в такой прекрасной обстановке.
Who's that guy?
Так тихо, мирно в городе Каховке. It's an old Jewish song about a rabbi whose daughter married a Russian goy.
Yeah, non-Jew.
Non-Jew.
Yeah. So it seems like they can hear us well.
One in the mood.
Yes, we are in the mood. I wish it was a little bit bigger. I mean, the screen, but so we're gonna have to see a lot of us like peering, like that. I'm so sorry.
It's good that there are only two of us.
Yeah, sure. Our son really wanted to join, but well, he needs a bit more rehearsals. We've been rehearsing for a while, and he could really bear handle listening to us, hearing us in the other end of the apartment. He was like, "Come on, just stop it." So he's out for a walk with the nanny, and we have time to properly sing for you. Finally. Hi, Shoshana. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone.
He's in the cook.
In the cooking.
It's me, yes.
Yes. Yeah, well, Rishe's will definitely someday he will perform something for you, because he's like taking it all in, it sinks at some level. Right now he's very much into this song, with Lady Gaga, with this Wednesday song. So I dance with my hands, and so he's very much into this. So you might hear him someday doing the Wednesday dance. So he's not really into Israeli songs or Yiddish songs, which is, by the way, one of the ideas for the next tour, but depending on how this tour goes, obviously. Maybe you just want to block me forever from Hago and erase from your memories, Who knows? Maybe Facebook would ban me for life as well, for bad singing. Because we are not professional singers. Like, I'm not. What about you?
I sang 7 years in a local district choir, in the boys' choir, for 7 years without notes. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So you are not
7 years.
singer.
I'm a professional young singer, because it was before my voice changed. Anyway.
Greetings from freezing London. Hey, Pauline, how freezing is that? Actually, we had a sunny weather today. Shabbat Shalom to whom it still may concern, because for us Shabbat is over. It's already the next day, so the sun has set. But I know for some of you it might be still Shabbat. So, and for whom Shabbat is over, Shavua Tov, have a great week, because Sunday is the first day of the new week. You want to sing something? Right, please go ahead.
Мне приснилось небо Лондона. It's a Russian song about London.
Yeah, so obviously we are going to properly introduce ourselves, because I still imagine that some of the words are not familiar with us, being originally from Russia, from St. Petersburg, but now we are in Israel. And so it's kind of a story, right? It's how we ended up here singing Israeli songs all the way, the two guides from St. Petersburg, Russia, with all that going on. So that's why let's just wait a little bit longer.
Это Сан-Франциско, город в стиле диско. Это Сан-Франциско, тысячи огней. So it's a song for California. It's a San Francisco. It's a song in Russian, because we don't know much songs in Hebrew yet.
Yes, we're learning, but what we know, we've prepared it quite well, hopefully. 3 degrees now, -4 tonight. Wow. Yeah, so who are we to complain about our weather?
Plus 20.
Yeah, about plus 20 centigrade, but it's quite cold at night and there is no central heating, so it's quite chilly. Yeah, it gets quite chilly. Hi everyone. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi, good to see everyone. Hey.
Snuggle up.
Yeah, snuggling up. Indeed. Hi Cindy, how are you feeling, dear?
Hi, Cindy.
Good to see you. Hello, hello. Well, we have quite a program, quite a repertoire for today. So, hey Barbara, thank you so much for the tipping. We haven't sang a word so far. So, first of all, let us properly introduce ourselves. Again, it might turn out that we overrun, but I hope we won't. But well, just for you to know, because we have so much to share. It's only 5 songs, but well, you know that we like to provide, my tours, and Misha, who is my husband, who's also my colleague, he's a tour guide. So we like to provide, much information with the background, and just to make it a whole big picture for you, help you connect the dots. So my name is Anna. This is Misha. So we are both guides and husband and wife from St. Petersburg, Russia. But because of the war that started in February 24th last year, we left our beloved city, our jobs, our career, and right now it's us and our son. We are in Israel since mid-March last year. It's hard to believe, but it's almost been a year. This is really crazy. So, and right now we are starting things, well, not from scratch, but many things we have to go over and over and all over again. And right now I am studying to become a tour guide to Israel, but thanks to HeyGo and to all of you lovely HeyGoers, I've been running tours around Israel since April last year, and also tours about St. Petersburg, because, well, some things as culture, history, they are way more important than the current politics. And I'm so grateful for your understanding. And by the way, the next Hermitage Museum tour, pre-recorded one, is today in a few hours from now. But today, the floor is Misha's, because Misha is the musician and the star in our family. And it was his idea. Hey, how about we run a singing tour, and through this we can also shed light on many culture-specific things about Israel, because we learn so much every day, and this is true. And the songs, it's been Misha's choice, right? Why these songs?
Um, Everything started when we started to learn in Ulpan. It's a Hebrew course here in Ashkelon, and everything was very serious. And I wanted to be like a bit more relaxing. So that's why I brought a song in Hebrew. I started with the first song. My mother used to sing it. I will tell you the story later. And then in a couple of weeks, one more song, and one more song. I was choosing the songs for different reasons. Normally, I listen to the playlists in the music services dedicated to the contemporary Israeli music. But also there were some different stories about them. I just tried to sing them. I'm a singer-songwriter in Russian and in English, and now maybe in Hebrew. Let's see.
Who knows? Because singing is a great way to learn the language, to learn the also colloquial language. So Misha would even sing for us in class when we did Ulpan, our Hebrew language course. And one of the songs that we'll be singing today is the song he first performed in Ulpan. So it's
4 songs.
The 4 songs.
Four songs preferred.
Where was I?
I performed for the first time in Ulpan, and one song I performed for the first time like 30 years ago. We will start with this song. Shall we start now?
Will you sing one of your originals? Not today. So
Not
today is
today.
only Israeli songs. You know, it's like, you know, in the marketing, you first need to get the wide range of audience, and then you can add something very niche. So yeah, that's how it goes. And so we are a bit far from the screen for you to see us both. And please check out Misha's t-shirt. It's very,
Musical.
very, very, well, I would say,
themed.
Yeah, very well themed, very appropriate. So it's going to be this way. I will be sharing with you the lyrics of the songs we are going to be singing. Also, we'll be sharing the portraits of the singers and songwriters. We'll tell you, well, not in detail, but like what the song is about and some story behind it, culture specific, and also some personal stories as well. Again, Misha is the star today, and I'm just, just somewhere in the back, Okay, so first song is going to be called Shir al Nehalim, right? So I'm going to share the lyrics. I'm going to share also the portrait. The thing is that the icons here on the app that I'll be sharing the images through, they are very small. So I'll be sharing many texts with you, actually all of them, all the 5 songs I'll be sharing with you. So where is the singer? This one, right?
No,
this one. Yeah. Okay. So Ilanit, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in the chat, you're going to see 5 photos. These are the texts for all the 5 songs. The first one is called Shir al Nehalim. And there is also the photo of the singer herself, Ilanit. Can you tell us a few words about the song?
Mm-hmm. The song Shir al Nahlim, it's a philosophical song, more or less like people, like streams, they come and go.
What is Nehalim?
Nehalim meaning streams.
Yeah, so Shir al Nehalim is like songs about the water streams.
And year they flow year after year, and it kind of reminds me of the times of the late Soviet Aliyah, because my mother's friend called Anna brought that song. She was an amateur singer, and she brought it to my mother, who also was an amateur singer, together in a duo. And my mother Emma and 2 Annas.
So they are all amateur singers.
All amateur singers, but they sang very well, and they decided, and they were about to emigrate.
To Israel.
2 of them to Israel and 1 Anna to California, and they recorded that song for themselves as a record about their fun Leningrad life in 1970s, 1980s, and there is still have that recording, and I enjoyed that song. I was a teenager then, and then I learned it, and then I forgot it. And when I came to Israel, I asked, what was the name of the song? I didn't remember the name. I didn't know. I asked my mother, my mother is in St. Petersburg still, and what was the song, what was the name, what was the lyrics, and she gave me the lyrics, the song, and I understood some words already, because I already had studied like a month in Ulpan, and we started, I sang this, and everybody enjoyed it, because everybody
Because
does.
it's a lovely song. It's not the modern song. So
1980s.
Yes, it's in the 1980s. We can't see very well the screen now. I'll be browsing through the comments. I'll be managing the tour mostly rather than really singing and doing stuff. So hi everyone. So if we don't respond to the comments, well, please feel free to send them again. We have the Ariel. Hello, dear. Shavua Tov. We are going to sing the song that we prepared. Right, so and if you want us for the next time to sing some specific song, just feel free to send us the DM, okay? And we'll see if we can do this, okay? Hi, Mark and Shayla. Happy birthday, Shayla. And let us know if anybody else. I know that Shayla and Adrian have their birthdays today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. So, yeah. The first song.
מקיימים את הזרימה שנה אחר שנה, שנה אחר שנה, הכאב הזה, הכאב המתלווה, גם הכאב הזה שייך לאהבה. אנשים יוצאים וחושבים להתראות, וזו הכוונה, וזו הכוונה. פעם נקיים, כי בפתק שבלב, בפתק שבלב, הכתובת רשומה. כמו על נחלים, זכותנו משתלבות, בגשר מאבות, לתום ולתקווה. הכאב הזה, הכאב המתלווה, גם הכאב הזה שייך לאהבה.
It's been the first song. I'm a bit nervous. I'm not a professional singer, so Misha is 50-50. I hope the sound is fine. I hope you can hear the words. I hope you can hear everything. And just a very personal note from me. Actually, here in Israel was the first time I heard the song. But you know, there is this line, and you can find it in the translation, right? So people say goodbye and they leave. And for us, you know, live in our homes, live in our families. Whenever I heard it, and then I saw the translation, because back then I had no idea what Misha was singing about. Right now, it's
my mother was singing as well.
Yes,
and she is,
and she still sings the songs. Well, she knows it, but when I heard it, it resonated so much with how I felt. So I really said,
translation.
The translation is there in the attachments in the chat. Please feel free to browse up through the chat, and you will find one of the songs. So all the 5 songs are already there, the lyrics and the translation. Can you see them? Please let me know if you can see them. So yes, great. Thank you so much, everyone. So you just need to browse a little bit, scroll up the chat and find it. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the tipping. Thank you, dears. It means a lot. Thank you. So, as I said, this is something really personal. We parted with our families. We had no idea when we would see them. We still don't know what the future holds for all of us. For my husband, it was a difficult year. So unfortunately, many of you know the story, so we're not going into this now, but it is very personal. So I can totally understand why you picked that song as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, so would you like to talk about the second song?
The second song, Heartbroken or Broken Heart, Shvurei Lev, by Hanan Ben Ari.
So here is this portrait in the chat. Mm-hmm. Again, the text, the lyrics are, you need to scroll for it because we have very small icons. We really don't see which lyrics they are, so we sent all of them.
It's a religious song about God. Hanan Ben Ari sometimes sings that song in the hospitals for the severely ill people, and it kind of the song gives hope to them and consoles them. And sometimes he tells in the interview that he is angry with himself because he cannot constrain himself when he is so far from God. So that's why he praised the God in his song, that this who can cure all the diseases, who is the major judge, and who will give us mercy? Only God. Of course, he doesn't give us the name, but we understand that it's God, and it's a bit unusual for our culture to sing a pop song about God.
Why is it so? So again, for those who joined us a little bit late, so we are originally from Russia, but we escaped because of the war, right? So because of the Putin and everything's going on in the country now, which is heartbreaking also. So it does. Well, we also have Shvurei Lev, so a bit broken heart as well. So we come from the country which had well, a bit less than a century, the Soviet Union regime, which was an atheistic country. There was very little space for the faith in the later ages. So it is not typical like for our pop culture. So starting from 1991, right? So when the Soviet Union collapsed, nobody would actually sing about God.
Not nobody, but
Well,
very
few.
And he is a pop star here. That Ben Ali, he's a pop star here in Israel.
Yeah, so in Israel, which is, well, officially is kind of a secular state, but of course religion is a major thing here. And it's very typical to find the songs when they sing about God, about the religion and faith and whatnot, the love of God. It can easily be a top charts in the entire country. It is not something that we are used to. Like Misha used to work for a major record label in Moscow, and this wasn't a thing. We know that in the U.S., well, there is like Christian rock, but this kind of music would never really reach us. So we would normally hear, well, like Beyonce, some big rock stars, pop stars, boys bands, but not the Christian rock, So this is something quite interesting about this specific country and their music industry, and which also thinks, well, the songs about God, they are so trendy, they're so catchy, they are just really great songs. So that's not something we are used to, but we find it absolutely fantastic.
Okay. Shvuchei Lev. By Hanan Ben Achi.
Again, so the lyrics with translation you can find in the chat, okay? I will send once again everything after this song, so for you not to scroll way too far.
מי יודע כל כאב, מי חופל ישבוכי לב, יוצא אור וחושך, עושה שלום ומלחמה. מי יושב על כיסא דין, מתכסה ברחמים, מוחל וסולח, מביט ויודע ומי ירפא ליבי, אין מי אני מתגעגע כמו ים שאינו חוף, רק תגיד לי מי יחבק אותי, והבטיח שאני לא אכנע בסוף, שאני לא אכנע בסוף. מי היה ואהיה, מי ממית ומחיה, פותח ידיים, מצמיח כנפיים, ומי ירפא ליבי, אין מי אני מתגעגע כמו ים שאינו חוף, רק תגיד לי מי יחבק אותי, והבטיח שאני לא אכנע בסוף, שאני לא אכנע בסוף.
You might have, well, for those of you, well, we know that there are some Hebrew speakers here, some Israelis, which is a big honor for us and a big stress as well, I should tell you, to be honest. But you might have caught the words such as milchama or shalom. So shalom, it's just the way you greet people, right? But it actually means not hello, it means peace. And milchama is the word of the year for us, because milchama means war. And you will, when you listen to Israeli music and you look into the translation of the lyrics, you will see so many mentionings about war and peace. So it's something very typical for pop songs as well. All kinds of songs, all genres, and this as well. We will talk about war, which is a big deal for Israel, obviously, with so many wars just over the past century. Well, a lot. We will talk about this. So milchama and shalom, these are the words you will hear quite a lot. So right now, I want to do the following. Well, once again, we'll send you the 5 files with all the lyrics and the translation to the songs for you not to scroll way up far, and we'll also scroll through the comments. Okay? So the thing is, we are a bit further from the screen, so we don't really see everything. But right now, there will be a chance for me to scroll the chat. Okay. Am I back? Let me see. So we are going through the chat again. If we don't answer the question, feel free to send it again. It's just because we are a bit blind, you know.
And without my glasses, I don't see anything.
Neither am I.
Saving the postcards.
All right. So yes. Well, I know that many of you are saving postcards, and we would love to see them afterwards. And of course, this tour will be available. The recording of the tour will be available for sponsors if you if you couldn't join on time, or if you want to watch it some other time. Well, this is the option. That there exists thanks to HeyGo. You know that I don't run exclusive tours. I hate that. Our tours are for everyone, and well, if you can and if you will, you can always tip us. But there is another option as well, so sponsorship. So we are open to it as well. So let me see. Thank you so much for all the hearts, for all the applauses. Thank you so much. It's so nice to see that. It's a little bit of it's kind of, it doesn't feel like we're singing to the wall. It feels like we're singing to you. That's the fantastic feeling of HeyGo. Because once just close the phone, it's just the wall. It's amazing. Okay. That is so beautiful. It will be perfect before the Yartzites are observed to our Shabbat services. Okay, Yartzites. I'm not sure what it is.
I don't know
what is the word. It sounds like in the Yiddish word.
I don't know. We don't know.
Tights.
Please explain.
Yeah, could you please say what it is, Sue? Because we don't speak Yiddish. We don't really speak Hebrew either, so we are helpless. That song brought tears to me.
Good song.
Yeah, that's a good song. Okay, sorry, I'm late on another tour that, Joy, thank you so much for joining. I know there are so many great tours.
I'm reading the words in Hebrew.
That's a good question. No, actually, we have here the transliteration in English.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Tell everyone that you read.
Yeah, of course, I speak Hebrew fluently. I'm perfect in Hebrew, so...
Do you know Eref Shel Shoshamin?
Shoshamin?
I don't know.
No, we don't know that. We're
yes,
such a layman.
It's a prayer for the dead relatives, but it is actually praise for
God. Oh, thank you so much. So is it a Yiddish word? Because it sounds like a tight, so it reminds me of German that I used to learn. I used to speak a little bit, remembering ones who died at the time. Okay, so yes, it's a Yiddish word. Okay. Thank you so much. So we're still learning. There are so many things that I learn like every day. And yeah.
My last religious relative lived 100 years ago.
Ariel, not today. So you can send us some of the songs you want to hear next time, and we will definitely sing one of them for sure. Thank you so much, Ariel, for joining. I know that you had some other plans. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much, Queen. Just as I said, we have a list prepared. Like we have a sort of not a script, but yeah, something that we need to stick to. But next time, please let us know which songs you would want to hear, and we might sing them for sure. Okay, so the next song, which is Shavim, right?
Equals.
Equals. Shavim means equals. Again, please browse a little bit, scroll a bit higher to the chat to find the lyrics. It's all there. I'm sorry, just the usability. It's not for my eyes. So this is the song, right? So
Yes.
this is the singer and the songwriter. I've just posted. Russian songs will be as well. There will be songs in Russian because I know that here we can do that. Yeah, will be.
Why not?
We will decide. In the end of the tour, we'll ask you which songs you will want us to sing, and then depending on how many votes there are, well, we'll decide. Okay. Okay. So, what is the song about? Shavim equal equals.
I heard a bit interesting story about how I heard this song. It was our son was at his leavers ball at the kindergarten,
Yeah.
and they had they were singing that song together with the record.
Merci to you.
So, and they were singing together, and I enjoyed the song. I shazammed it, and recognized that I found it, I listened to it and enjoyed it, and then turned out that it was a good song to sing in Ulpan. And I didn't understand much. I understand that the lyrics were simple, but I asked my mother's friend, who is an old um, veteran here in Israel, and she told me, "Oh, it's a song about tolerance."
She's a Vatika.
Vatika.
Yeah, she's someone who immigrated long time
yes.
ago, to Israel. It's like sit over 20 years.
Yes, and she told, "Oh, it's a song about tolerance," which means that there are some different groups, different ethnicities, different religions, different types of different confessions, and some of them consider themselves not equal to the people who have more privileges, to the people who are richer, people who have better reputation, and they have quarrels and there are conflicts. And this songs tells that you are black, I am white, you are you are big, I am small, things like that. And someday we will be equal, maybe.
Yes. So, and I see the lyrics of the song, just next to, like, in our school, there is some decoration, at the fence, and there is the lyrics of the song there. So it's one of the songs that kids learn starting from their kindergarten, like our son did. And this is the song that just follows them till university, maybe. Who knows? And, like, we are very new to Israel, so we see everything, at a different angle a little bit. So we are observing, we're studying, we're observing, and we still comparing because we are humans. That's what we do, right? So there is a background we come from, and we try to see if this fits our background or if it doesn't, if we fit or we don't. And sometimes I don't know, it was a joke that one of my group mates in the courses, so the tour guides courses, made, that sometimes it feels like Israel should be renamed into the Disunited States of Israel. I mean, it's a joke, it's a bit politically incorrect, but it also shows that indeed the society is so diverse and there are so many ethnicities, so many groups. It's based on religion, based on ethnicity, based on many things, it's true. But I also believe that, and I see this, that there are so many things that still can unite people. And it's, first of all, it comes from you. It comes with the family, whether you really want to unite, at least, to stick to one of the groups, maybe two groups, maybe three groups. And there are many attempts to do that. We're not going into political context at the moment with the beautiful singing tour. Well, maybe not as beautiful singing, but it's meant to be a beautiful singing tour, a beautiful tour with singing, a beautiful singing tour. I don't know. So it's up to you to decide, of course. We'll see in the comments, in the reviews afterwards. But so, I see some new comments here. It is beautiful. Thank you, Kari. I've lost it. Yeah, so this is the t-shirt, the best t-shirt, very appropriate, right? Very. Looking forward to seeing and hearing you grow in your new lives. Oh, Lorraine, thank you so much. Yeah, this is true. There's a lot, a lot happening, and so many things that we see every day. Sometimes I take notes, but sometimes it just startles us, and I really don't know how to explain that. It is just something you need to take in and let it sink. but sometimes it just doesn't. It's like, what's going on? I mean, this is a great country, so diverse, so interesting. You just need to be ready for it, you know? Yeah, but we are so grateful for Israel, for everything. So grateful to Israel. Okay, so it's still a singing tour, not a blah blah tour. So back to business.
אתה לבן, אני שחור, אני חשוך, אתה באור שמחמם כמו אמא ושדואג לך. אתה קטן, אני גדול, אני רוצה, אתה יכול לחכות לצעוד קדימה, לחיות שלם בין אנשים, ואולי יבוא יום ונהפוך שווים. אתה תהיה לי נחל ואני לך ימים, ונזרום ביחד עד אין סוף, שנייה לפני שקו החוף מגיע, שנייה לפני שקו החוף מגיע. אני בוכה, אתה צועק, אני טועה, אתה צודק, זאת הצגה שלנו, ואין קל ואין במה, אולי נשב ננוח, אתה, אני, וגם תחלוף הרוח, ויעברו כל השנים, ואולי יבוא יום ונהפוך שווים. אתה תהיה לי נחל ואני לך ימים, ונזכור ביחד עד אין סוף, שנייה לפני שקו החוף מגיע, שנייה לפני שקו החוף מגיע.
Yes. Yeah, okay, let me go through the comments. Zodi, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I think that at some point, like if I try really hard, that our voices can really blend at a very certain level. So I think we actually make a great duo. Very amateur, but still, I speak for myself, obviously. He's a great singer. Queen Ariel, you're going to find the songs on Spotify. Yeah, and these songs you can find on Spotify, of course. And Misha just shared with me a great playlist of the Israeli songs on Spotify. You know, you can create your own playlist as well. So yes, Spotify is a great place to learn the songs and thus learn the language. They also have this you can also study the biography of the songwriters, write about the singers, about the background they come from. Like the next song we are going to sing, well, you need really to know the background, like why the singer wants to talk about it, why he wants to sing about it, what's really behind the lyrics. Absolutely. So the next song called Taruach HaTova, I will share with you the portrait of the singer, and also let me see if we miss anything on the comments. Lorraine would love to know what you're sharing. Yeah, so I just explained what Ariel been sharing about Spotify and finding songs. Yes, we're singing in Hebrew.
Where are you
singing? You're singing in Hebrew or Russian? We are singing in Hebrew. No, it's Israeli songs we sing in Hebrew. But we are considering singing in Russian sometime later. I was thinking about the Yiddish songs, which I think are quite cool. We'll see. Yes. And what is your husband's name? Misha. So his name is all over the tour description. So it's not the first time he runs tours with me. He actually did a tour without me, cooking tour. So that was so much fun. Thank you everybody for joining again. So on your interfaith tour, do you visit the Baha'i Gardens, Sandy? I actually going to run the tour again on the Baha'i Gardens. I talk about faith and religion on my tours, of course. And what I love about Israel is that there are so many religions here. It's not about Judaism, of course. It's the cradle of the three monotheistic religions, right? But there are also some other faiths, and there is place for everything. But again, so with so much diversity, inequality comes quite naturally. But there are attempts to fight inequality. I'm not sure if anybody's ever going to win the battle. But, well, it's great that we have such lovely songs about it, right?
Our son is with the nanny.
Yes, he's with the nanny because he really hates us sing, you know? It's like, oh my god, can you just please shut up?
He can listen to the songs, but he doesn't like
people. He likes his own songs, you know, like just some songs.
But he doesn't like the real people sing in front of him.
Yes.
or dance in front of him.
Yeah.
He just like seeing everything, watching everything on the screen.
Yeah, so he could be your background dancer. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so we're gonna probably have to sing Lady Gaga Bloody Mary Wednesday song, and he would be dancing
like 60 minutes in continuous dance.
One the same dance, you know, this one.
Let's continue.
Yes, sorry. Yeah. So the Khalua Khataba, okay. So you can find the lyrics again in the top of the chat, okay?
You tell the story.
Yeah, so the Amir the Dawn is the name of the singer. Again, so this is a very introspective song. It's about going through a crisis, personal crisis, you know, psychological crisis. There, I would say there's going to be there is an ocean called Helenkraf. Is that the right way I'm saying this? Yes. So it's called PTSD in it's the way they translate it, right, from Hebrew into English. You remember we mentioned the war, right? So it's a big deal in the country. Of course, all of you know what Israel goes through, like nearly on an everyday basis. So, and there is a very interesting phenomenon that we just learned about last year. So surprisingly, but the diagnosis called PTSD officially was not acknowledged before like last year. And I would like to share with you the screenshots. It's just from a big Israeli media. I think it should be Jerusalem Post. So I'm not sure if you can you see that? So Syrian, can you see this? The screenshot, it's there in the chat. So this man, who is the veteran in the army, and he suffered a lot, and he was suffering from PTSD for quite a while, but it's not something you would really talk about. It's not something that army would really talk much about, because it's like every day in the army you have to be ready for the worst. You know, in the army the boys and girls serve after school. It's a big deal here, right? And well, in order to just get the attention of the media, of the doctors, to provide the diligent, the necessary treatment for him, he had to set himself on fire.
Because the reason was, or pretext was, that he didn't give a proper compensation.
He wasn't given.
Huh?
He wasn't given the.
He wasn't given the proper compensation treatment at all, with money, and kind of a protest as a result of that disorder, and he set himself on fire and survived.
Yeah, so miraculously, with the help of prayers and faith and whatnot, so he survived, and he finally achieved that goal. So he was given the attention, and he also spoke for many other former officers and current officers suffering from this. So, like in Israel, you don't take peace for granted, and in Israel, you have to be aware that, it's not like you live your normal life. Since February, like for us, life has changed also since February last year. So in Israel, you don't take peace for granted, and you appreciate the army. Army is a big deal. So if a person hasn't served in the army, kind of frowned upon, right? And is definitely considered, I would say, he gets less respect, but of course it depends. And we don't want to sound shallow, but it is that we learned also from the peers that we talked about the song. So it is something that's finally coming and it's being recognized, and it's been sang about. It's not only about PTSD, right? It's about just the crisis that person has to go through. So it's a very deep psychological song and also very beautiful.
הרוח הטובה, a good spirit.
Yeah. Or the good wind, because the ruach is both the spirit and the wind, so it's something that comes with the air. So interesting linguistic also way of thinking.
Oh, 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 צועקים שאתה מלך ואין פה ממלכה, אתה נצח מלחמה, אבל תמיד נופל בכף מול עצמך, עד שתבוא הרוח הטובה, תלטף ותקרב ממך קליפה אחר קליפה, תרשה לעצמך לגדול כנף ועוד כנף, להיות לפחד, למות באהבה. אתה מבין שאתה עבד, עובד על עצמך ואין שום סיבה שינצח אלמך, מי שיעוף איתך רק יתחזק איתך, עד שתבוא הרוח הטובה, תלטף ותקרב ממך קליפה אחר קליפה, תרשה לעצמך לגדול כנף ועוד כנף, להיות לפחד, למות באהבה.
Okay, let me go through the comments again. I've seen many comments. I know well, these topics are very sensitive and we try to be as politically correct as possible. And thank you so much, everybody, for very, very kind words. Name of the song and singer, please. So once again, the Amir Dadon is the singer. He's also a songwriter. Obviously, he sang in the army. Obviously, he's the one who also suffered from PTSD and had some, well, psychological traumas. So once again, the list of the songs, the lyrics, I'm sending once again on the chat. So the usability does not really let me see exactly, like send you the exact song, because it's so small, small letters, very small images. So once again, these are all the songs that we are singing today. We've already sang 4 of them. We shared the portraits of the singers, but of course, so once again, so okay, so these are right. So that's exactly so the four artists that we've already sang. You see their portraits. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you so much, everybody, for the hearts, for the applauses. Thank you so much for all the thumbs up and the smiley faces. Let me go over the chat right to answer the questions. You and Kelsey should do it. There was no PTSD treatments after the Second World War. Started afterwards. In the world, yes. In Israel, it's a bit different because well, it's not just like the big wars, but the conflicts, right? We're not going into this now, but well, the situation with peace in Israel and how this country works, how it survives, with all the diversity, ethnic or religious, it is something you should really, well, first of all, look into and study from different angles before you jump into conclusions, right? But we don't take our peace, our safety for granted. So this is what we have to, that's what I think about every day. Okay. Lolita is a great singer. Yes, yes. So we sing, I would say, sort of folk songs in a way, right? Older songs and some quite modern songs. But for example, the Ruach HaTava is just a few years old, right? So it's a really, really recent song. Yeah, Ilanit. Yes, yes, dear. It's 4 a.m. here and I'm so glad I woke up. Oh my goodness, really? Hi, dear. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good night.
Good night. Good morning. I really don't know. Wish you could sing you a lullaby to go to sleep, but not just now, okay? Stay awake for a little longer. Okay, going through the comments just in case we missed something. Okay, Paul, thank you so much. So they say I don't know how to run a bad tour. Yeah, just don't give me a chance, to relax and do a bad tour because you always set the standards, Thank you so much. Thank you. Not for granted, but it's guaranteed. Thank you, everyone. Oh, your father's from Kvarsava. Wow. Ariel, and where are you now? I'm so sorry, I can't remember.
Time zone, exactly.
Well, yeah, Dolly, because Dolly is from Israel. Obviously, it's her time zone.
I see.
Thank you so much for joining. So, just like I say, having Israeli audience, it's both very exciting, but it's also stressful. But I'm so happy to have you. I'm sweating, like sweaty armpits and whatnot. I'm so sorry, but well, it's true. It's true. Okay, so and. Last but not least, I think it's actually the greatest song of all, Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. So Zahav means gold, so the golden Jerusalem. And I could go, well, I started to become a tour guide. And out of like 60 study tours that we are supposed to have within a year, about 30% of them are going to be about Jerusalem. And after spending just one day in the city of David, which is even outside the walls of the old city, I was brain dead because there is so much history there. There is so much significance because Jerusalem is the cradle of everything. So of the three religions, right? Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and there is so much for everyone, and so many other cultures and pagans that ever been there, that ever destroyed it, ever inhabited, ever built it. Like it's all there. And of course, well, this is the song, which is I would say is sort of an anthem, right? The Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, the anthem of the city,
like an official anthem, one of the unofficial anthem of Israel.
Yeah, even of Israel, of course. Jerusalem, the city that's actually twice in the history had the temple, right? So that temple on the Temple Mount, and then it was twice destroyed. And I think we need first of all to sing the song. Since it's so long, we're not going to sing all of it.
Not the official,
unofficial. Yes, it's not the official, but it's the kind of song that, well, I would say it just speaks for itself. So I think we should do the following. They're not going to sing the whole song. It's really long. You have the lyrics there in the chat. You just need to scroll up a little bit. And after we sing it, I'll also point out some of the things because you can just write a huge research paper on this song and all the allusions, all the links it provides. So just very few we will provide after we sing the song, okay? And please don't leave, because after this, all of this, there will be voting, because we need to skim from our audience which songs you want to hear from us next time. Yiddish songs, songs in Russian, Misha songs, because he is a singer and a songwriter. And yeah, so we had a couple of songs that we wrote together. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's sing the song. And did I share the portrait of this? No, I actually haven't. Okay, so this one, right,
Yes.
Misha? Okay, so I've just shared the portrait of the singer.
Nathan Julie.
Sorry?
Nathan
Julie. Nathan Julie?
Julie Nathan.
Julie Nathan, yes, okay. But again, it's quite likely that if you ask who sang the song about Yerushalayim Shaizav,
Everybody does.
well, yeah, everybody does. So it's like the name of the singer. I mean, it's important, but it's a folk song now. Everybody sings it, which I think is a greater praise for the songwriter. Russian songs, please. Okay, we'll take that in consideration. Yes, it's a very, very touchy song. Yeah, let's do that.
אבידלים צלול כיין וריח אורנים נישא ברוח הארבעים עם כל פעמונים ופתח דמת אילן ואבן שבויה בחלומה העיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה חומה ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירי אני כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירי אני כינור איכה יבשו בורות המים, כיכר השוק ריקה, ואין פוקדת הבית והייתה עתיקה. ובמרות אשר בסלע, מייללות רוחות, ואין יורד אל ים המלח בדרך יריחו, ירושלים של זהב, ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירי אני כינור. ירושלים של זהב, ושל נחושת ושל אור, הלא לכל שירי אני כינור.
So the lyrics, the song is quite long, so the lyrics are there if you scroll up for it. So this song, it's a kind of, you sing it quite brisky, right? It's quite lively, but it's also a lamentation for Jerusalem, that the people of Israel, that the Jews had to leave, they would be ousted. Well, the first temple was destroyed by the Babylonians in 580 BCE, and they had to leave. They had to leave to the Babylon, right? So this is the lamentation ones. And then they sing about, so the markets are empty, right? So the streets are empty, but there is a hope, the chatikva, which means hope, that they return. And then again, they would return to the Temple Mount, to the old city, through the Dead Sea and the Jericho. So the area of the Dead Sea, the Negev Desert, the Jericho, these are the areas that the Abraham would walk all the way back and forth. And so these are all the great locations that you can actually see even today. And singing the song now, after actually two major invasions, two major destructions, because the second temple would be destroyed in the 1st century in 70 AD. So common era, right, by the Romans. And again, so the Jewish state would just cease to be for about 2,000 years. And again, it's back. Like the phoenix, like the bird, right? The phoenix bird, it would just again come back alive from ashes. I mean, well, well, obviously, I was always interested in history. I was never really a history buff, but it was like watching the documentaries and just having so many books at home. I was always interested, but I had no idea I would live in Israel. My goodness, looking back and now just thinking about how our life has changed in less than a year. Well, that's quite an interesting twist and turn. And I'm in Jerusalem, regardless of like to which God, you pray, if you're religious or not, if you're an atheist or I just don't care. I mean, this city, the genetic memory, it has so much for everyone on the planet. And I'm in awe from just what I feel, that I tremble when I see the city. And so this song, you have when you really look into the lyrics, when you also read some history, and of course I know very little because there's like so much, and there are so many allusions, so many stories behind it, such as Rabbi Akiva and his wife Rachel. She had to wait for her husband, for Rabbi Akiva, for like 24 years because he started Torah, because he started it. So, and then she was given a golden necklace with the depiction of Jerusalem on it, like this landscape of Jerusalem. And she waited, and she had that hope, so her husband would come back. He was doing a greater good there. So many, many stories behind it. So, I mean, okay, I could go on, but of course you need to stop me. I need to pace myself because I need to go through the comments, and there's some more we want to do, but just in a few minutes, okay? Hold on, we need to go through the comments because, well, this is such an important song, and well, yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I've been just babbling too much. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for understanding, for listening, for joining. The major concert is over, but it's not like the tour is over, right? Thank you for the tipping as well. Thank you for all this, well, for all the postcards you've taken, for all the reviews that you have or planning to leave to the tour. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and I'm going through the chat. Beverly, everybody, thank you so much. So let's just, I'm not sure where to begin with. Oh yeah, okay, so let's put it this way. Shula Natan. Yes, this is a great song. I highly recommend to check out some other songs, and many of them would end up being like really folk songs that everybody knows. Yeah, so the song list is preset because, well, it takes time to study, to learn. It's not like I have no idea what I'm singing about. We know what we're singing about, so it needs some study and preparation. It's not like we're not that, we haven't mastered in Hebrew that, just to sing any song, that.
I'm not good. I'm not so good singer to sing Kalinka or Dark Eyes. It's too difficult.
Oh yeah, this is true.
You should be a professional singer to sing.
Yeah, and I used to sing at a choir, like Russian folk songs choir, and there actually is a song about dumplings. Yeah, so there is a song about dumplings, and I used to sing it really, really well. So maybe next time.
And I used to sing songs about revolution, October Revolution, and Civil War heroes from the Red Army. So that's why. I can see that when I was a kid.
Sue, thank you so much for these very kind words. We sing, it's like we're singing with angels. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mark and Shayla, please don't leave, just not now. I hope Adrian is also here still with us.
59 minutes.
Yeah, well, well, they know that I overrun. I'm notorious for overrunning, so not just now. Hold on. He didn't have a GPS, poor guy. Abraham, yeah, so he had to go all the way. Yeah, he didn't have a GPS, so I could have Waze now. That's sure. Of course, yes, and the promise that you will get the land again. So yeah, of course. Also, chatikva. So like you believe and you hope, and you just cannot leave this hope because it's given to you by God. I mean, you should not doubt for a second that the God will leave you. So that's all these challenges that you have to overcome. That well, we know about the binding of Isaac, for example. I mean, how come? But yeah, so it's all just testing you. It's just constantly the tests. Okay. It's an amazing way for you to spend the birthday. Yeah. So speaking of the birthday, yeah. So Shayla, our amazing voyager for like since forever, and Adrian, at least the two of them, two ladies, they have their birthdays today. So and we would like to sing the birthday song. Yom Uledet. Yom Uledet in Hebrew, it actually means happy birthday, and I'm horrible in this. Okay.
היום יום הולדת, היום יום הולדת, היום יום הולדת
לאדריאן ושיילה.
חג לכם שמח,
וזר לכם פורח, חג לכם שמח, אדריאן ושיילה. Sure, once again. חג שמח, לא. היום יום הולדת, היום יום הולדת,
היום יום הולדת לאדריאן ושיילה. חג לכם שמח,
וזר לכם פורח, חג לכם שמח, אדריאן ושיילה. We're horrible at this. We haven't rehearsed at all. I just said, Misha, we actually have some birthdays today. Oh my goodness! So, and we have to sing a birthday song. So this is the
Пусть бегут in Russian. Пусть бегут неуклюже пешеходы по лужам, а вода по асфальту рекой. И неясно прохожим в этот день непогожий, почему я веселый такой. А я играю на гармошке у прохожих на виду, к сожалению, день рождения только раз, да. It's a Soviet birthday song.
Yeah, so it's just to make it up to you for the horrible singing in Hebrew. You wouldn't believe, but I've never sang the song in Hebrew. So, but Yom Haledet Sameach, Shayla, Yom Haledet Sameach, Adrian, and everybody who's celebrating today. We're horrible. It's good that we didn't start with this because everybody would just leave the tour. That's why we rehearse and we prepare. So it's not just like
we rehearse the difficult song and say, "Oh, it's easy."
Yeah, so we won't rehearse, and I remember that the last minute. Oh my goodness. Yes. Whew. So again, and we promised the votes, right? So you just have to type one word, Yiddish or Russian, which songs you want us to sing next time.
Thank you, Queen Ariel.
Thank you, Ariel. Thank you so much. So let's go. Yiddish or Russian? Let's see. You count. You count Yiddish, you count Russian.
Difficult.
Yeah, but okay, we'll manage.
Right.
Thank you so much. Russian, Yiddish.
I think Yiddish is...
Yiddish is winning, which means just Russian songs are going to be afterwards. That's it. Yiddish, Russian. Okay.
It seems to me that Yiddish is...
Misha. His name is Misha, Ariel. Misha. Michael.
See my previous... Swahili. Mm-hmm.
Swahili?
I don't know in Swahili, unfortunately.
No, not a single word. Not a single word.
Language that you are comfortable with. I'm comfortable with Russian, but that's not a challenge.
Spanish as well.
Spanish.
Perfect Spanish.
I sing in Spanish as well.
Yeah.
Do you know
Rosenkranz mit Mandian? I don't know. Maybe we know.
I know the songs. I need to memorize the lyrics.
See, Carmen Israeli folk songs. Okay, folk songs. Okay.
Yiddish. Yes.
Yiddish. Okay, so since like Yiddish is winning,
Yes, Yiddish.
so which means that the next singing tour
Rolling
probably
Stones.
in a month, of course.
My sweet Lady Jane, when I see you again, your servant am I, and will humble remain. It's Rolling Stones.
Yeah. Okay. So it just means that next tour is the Yiddish song, and the afterwards, hopefully the Russian songs, maybe Spanish songs as well.
Half Russian, half Yiddish. They're difficult to mix, because there are like there are like songs in Russian within the Jewish culture, for example, which is different. We can sing that kind of songs, like with the Jewish character, like about a rabbi or about some Jewish thief, or about some, I don't know, some bad luck or whatever. There are some songs in Russian, but within the Jewish culture, and there are some songs in Yiddish, like normally sung by the Barry sisters. Do you know Barry sisters? My mother used to sing them in a duo, so I know them very well. Not by heart, but still, I'm familiar.
Okay, so I know that we are overrunning, but I just feel this urge. Would you like some encore from Misha while he's still here? I actually was thinking about the Ruach HaTova. How about an encore?
We sang that song not only in our class ulpan, but at the party.
Yes, we also had this farewell party. Yeah, we had, I don't know, it's just one of my favorite songs ever. I like the melody. I like the poignance of it as well. So yeah, so let's do an encore. So and just before this,
guitar.
Yeah, of course. It's a great guitar, Ovation, right? Is it Ovation?
Ovation.
Yeah, I think Misha needs some kind of a postcard with the guitar, so maybe if we step backwards a little bit with a horrible chair. I mean, this room is such a mess. Absolutely. Let's just sit together. Oh, this horrible chair. So we would be really happy to see some of the postcards. We have very, very little photos together. It's mostly my selfies. I just don't know how it works, but we're really happy to see this. And before we sing an encore song and say bye-bye to you and Yom Holedet Sameach once again, in a few hours from now will be my another chapter of the Hermitage Museum tour, the pre-recorded tour from my home city, from one of the most magnificent museums in the world. I'm sorry, I am biased, but I believe I have the right to be biased a little bit, just a tiny little bit. So we don't see the comments, but we will. So please feel free to follow me if you're not following me yet on Heygo. You can easily find me. If anybody could share the link, that would be amazing. Please follow me on my socials. I'm Anna Full Stop, your guide on Instagram, on Facebook. There are some tours scheduled, like such as the tour inside the great synagogue of Tel Aviv.
Babushka.
And the Baha'i Gardens, and very soon there are going to be more tours about Tel Aviv and also some other locations. So many more to come. I have so many plans, but now the encore song, the Ruach HaTova, right? So we need to sing for this. We need to come sit. Okay, the encore, and then we are done. Misha, come closer.
צועקים שאתה מלך ואין פה ממלכה, אתה תנצח מלחמה, אבל תמיד נופל בקרב מול עצמך. עד שתבוא הרוח הטובה, תלטף ותקרב ממך קליפה אחר קליפה, תרשה לעצמך לגדול כנף ועוד כנף, לחיות בלי לפחד, למות באוהלו. לך אותך, אתה מבין שאתה עבד, עובד על עצמך, ואין שום סיבה שינצח חלם קרב. מי שיעוף איתך, רק יתחצק איתך, עד שתבוא הרוח הטובה, כדי לטף ותקרב ממך קליפה אחר קליפה, תרשה לעצמך לגדול כנף ועוד כנף, לחיות בלי לפחד, למות באוהלו.
We are not professional singers. We are not. Please don't come after us.
Okay, so talking about babushka. Babushka means grandmother. Babushka, it's a song by Kate Bush.
Yeah, by Kate Bush. Yeah, well, babushka was also a story in the early 20th century. In America, it was written. It was at the time of the immigration after the revolution. Okay, we might think about babushka as well, and I love Kate Bush. Yeah, I love Kate Bush and the whole story. Thank you so much, everybody. We're really glad to sing together with you again. Oh, thank you so much.
Babushka,
Sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Dorley. I asked you to say babushka so you'll smile. Babushka. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so Yiddish songs then next time.
Yes, okay.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank
I
you.
think we need this final screenshot, the postcard with you. Yeah. I love Rolling Stones too. Bye-bye, Jess. Thank you so much for everything, for following, for tipping, for just smiling to us, spreading the word, for all the applauses and just, forgiving us for, amateur kind of singing. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. And see you tonight in a few hours from now. Bye-bye. See you at the Hermitage.
Bye.
Bye-bye.